this is Russ. Yeah, I'm back in the car again. Coming back from Hibachi Grill. Remember Hibachi Grill? Yeah, I did a review on Hibachi Grill. Yeah. Search this channel and you'll find it. So why was I there? Well, I had this thing. I wanted some Chinese food, but I didn't want to go to a carryout place. And I wasn't going to eat it in the car. Too hot. Wasn't going to stay in the car to eat. Forget it. So I says, well, where can I go that I can sit down? So I says, well, there's always Hibachi Grill. So I went there. Yeah, I ran into a friend of mine. Haven't seen him in a long time, many, many years. Yeah, he's a pastor of one of the local churches here. He was having lunch with another pastor. I haven't seen him in a while either. Although we technically don't know each other, but I know of him. Yeah, we were at the funeral of one of our former pastors, and he was there. Yeah, so this is Pastor Steve and Pastor Gordon. I've known Pastor Gordon for quite a few years. I haven't seen him in a while, so it was good to see him. And so we ate separately because I had my own table, and the two of them had their own table. It looks like we both got there about the same time, really. And so I finished eating quicker than them because they're talking, right? I finished my thing, paid for everything, and then I went over to their table and joined them. No, I didn't eat anymore. I just joined them in conversation. So we had a nice long talk about, what I've been doing for all these years and the problems with my knee, and then the YouTube channels and everything. And then we talked about former crime scenes and everything. Pastor Steve shared some interesting stories that happened with him. Yeah. And we all had a good time together. But we were also talking about the Kohlberger murder of the 4 college students. Remember that one? Yeah. Because just like the day before, he was sentenced. He was sentenced to 4 terms of life imprisonment without the possibility of parole because he pled guilty. And so when they found out that I had worked at the DA's office and also in law enforcement, they wanted to know what my feelings was about the situation. And I said, well, the thing is, Kohlberger doesn't have to tell you anything further now that he's pled guilty. So it's a very good chance that the family will never know why he did what he did. Yeah. Unless he decides one day to open up and tell people why he did it. He doesn't have to. That is the problem with pleading out. I told them about cases that I worked on while I was at the DA's office where, I'd spend a month or 2 working on all of the trial exhibits and everything, because that's what we did for the technical services division. And yeah, you spend all this time putting things together, and then the day before trial, the attorney will come downstairs and said, "Sorry, Russ." And I already know what the answer was, or the rest of the thing is going to be. "Sorry, Russ, they pled guilty." And I was always like, "What? I spent all this time putting this together and they plead out?" He goes, "Yep, happens. What are you going to do?" What are you going to do? Happens. Yeah, believe me, we're just as frustrated when that happens because that's a lot of effort sometimes putting things together and they just don't use it. I mean, even something simple like jury instructions, okay? I'll give you some details about the DA's office, at least in San Diego County. We have poster boards essentially made of what the jury instructions are. This is what the jury is supposed to be doing while they're deliberating and stuff. There's instructions, right? We have that printed out. We use the county mapping system. In other words, this is the county of San Diego where they create maps and everything. We use their thing to actually make map sections for us and also to blow up things like jury instructions. And then we mount it onto a foam core board Or sometimes they do it. Actually, they do it. They mount it for us because it's easier because they have the facilities to do it. And then we'd have to go out there, pick up the stuff, and bring it back to the courthouse, and then the attorney will use it for jury instructions. Some of the attorneys actually helped out by going and looking at old jury instruction boards that we already had made up for other cases, and then they would just say, yeah, I want this one, this one, this one, and that's how we recycle it versus having to make brand new jury instruction boards for the exact same thing for every single trial that goes out. But anyways, there's a lot of effort and time just to go do that stuff, and then to see the guy plead guilty, and then we don't even get the satisfaction of saying that our work was actually used in court. So yeah, we get frustrated too when that happens. But yeah, we were talking about that and saying how that was really kind of a frustration for everybody concerned. So, but yeah, it was good having lunch with them. Yeah, so I told them I will probably talk about them. So there you go, guys. Talking about you guys. And yeah, Pastor Steve is heading out to California in a couple of months, apparently. He's retired. Now he's heading out there. So good luck to him as he heads on there for the rest of his life. Pastor Gordon's still in the local area. He's still doing ministry. So, yeah, I told him about our church as well. You know, as you all know, I go to church and play guitar there, play bass, play keyboards, sometimes play drums. So I was telling him how our church came about, and they're familiar with circumstances surrounding how our church came about. You know, the people who are involved and the churches that came from, all that. This is a long story, but yeah, we had a good long talk, so that was good. I wasn't expecting to run into anybody while I was out there. So, but it was a good surprise to do that. So, anyways, I just wanted to at least make a quickie video on my way back to let you know I ran into friends at the buffet. Anyways, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. I'll talk to you guys next time.